running a scenario where our team has to put an observation post on top of a 3-story building on the north side of town. We're each using different long guns to see how they perform in the room clearing up to the OP. Right, last man. Shot! Hey, Kyle.
Yeah.
Get higher on the radio, tell them we're in position.
Yep. Shark 7-8, Shark 7-8, this is Alpha 01, over. Roger, we are in position, how copy?
Throughout military history, if troops wanted shorter, lighter weapons, they were generally issued carbines.
While easy to maneuver, carbines generally had a shorter barrel and often fired a less powerful cartridge, limiting their effective range.
The so-called bullpup rifle was seen as a way to provide the troops with a shorter weapon without reducing its effectiveness.
Bullpups are rifles configured where the action and magazine are located behind the trigger and alongside the firer's face, so that there's no wasted space for the buttstock as in conventional rifles.
This permits a shorter firearm length for the same barrel length, thus decreasing weight while increasing maneuverability in confined spaces.
On this week's Then and Now, we're going to look at 4 distinctive bullpup rifles, 2 from the past and 2 from the present.
With you. In 1983, the French-made FAMAS was the first bullpup rifle to see military action. The French Foreign Legion used it in Chad to repel an invasion by Libya. The FAMAS was developed between 1966 and 1977. It was officially adopted by the French military in 1978, and the first units received them 2 years later.
The French had decided from the beginning that they wanted a bullpup rifle that was capable of firing the 5.56 NATO cartridge. It consists mainly of stamped steel and plastic and is capable of firing single shot, 3-round burst and fully automatic.
The short overall length of the FAMAS made it very useful for airborne and mechanized troops as well as in urban fighting. The FAMAS is fairly heavy at around 9 pounds fully loaded, but this, combined with the light recoil of the 5.56 NATO, makes it fairly controllable on fully automatic.
It was intended as a replacement for the rifle, submachine gun, and certain applications, the automatic rifle.
Changing the extractor and cheek piece allows the FAMAS to be tailored for left or right-handed shooters. In addition, the charging handle is placed on top of the receiver underneath the carrying handle, which makes it ambidextrous.
The FAMAS is a rugged and practical weapon that's very popular with the French troops. It continues their tradition of creating innovative and well-made small arms.
In fact, the French continue to develop updated versions of the FAMAS, and it will likely see service for many years to come.
Shot! While the French were developing the FAMAS, the Austrian firm Steyr was approaching the Bullpup from a slightly different direction, and the result was the AUG. The basis of the AUG is modularity. It's comprised of 6 subcomponents that allows the weapon to be reconfigured quickly.
The one-piece frame is made of polymer, as are the see-through magazines. The upper receiver is from an aluminum alloy, and the bolt and barrel are from steel. The AUG was one of the first military rifles to feature a permanently mounted optical sight, a 1.5 power Swarovski.
4 different barrel lengths can be used, allowing the AUG to serve as a rifle, a carbine, a submachine gun, and an automatic rifle. It's chambered in 5.56 NATO and is able to use a 30-round or a 42-round magazine. It's now been adopted by over 30 countries, and it's seen combat in multiple theatres around the world.
Well,